I might not.
everyone, and welcome to another episode of Weed and Wrestling Podcast. I'm Laniya with my co-host.
The Rebel Professor, Ryan Barton, the eccentric Enigma.
And today we'll be going with Smackdown, April 11th. And I didn't write where it was. So, Smackdown, April 11th.
It was hosted in Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington. Yeah.
Yep. It's its 44th WWE broadcast, 10th SmackDown hosted, and it hosted WrestleMania I think 36.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's XIX, and I don't know what those Roman numerals are. That hosts one of the WrestleManias.
I'm not doing math. Not even Roman numerals right now.
But I will say I after looking at some of my notes here, I might not have finished all my notes for SmackDown. And I was just kind of realizing that, so you might be taking the lead on quite a few of these.
That's awesome. I'm pretty sure I took quality notes, not just about butts this time.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but yeah, we start out the night with Randy Orton promo, which kind of apologized for going off and doing his thing, and then what? I think Kevin Owens or something came out. I didn't really write. I just wrote Randy Orton promo.
It's Nick Aldis.
Yeah, Nick was out there.
And Randy
That's who he was
Orton.
apologizing to.
Yeah. Somebody told somebody to remain professional. I'm pretty sure it's Nick to Randy. He told him double the fine if he KO'd him. Orton asked Aldis to make a match for him at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which Orton said he would apologize to Mickie James. And then Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga came out.
That's right.
They I wrote a lot of things about that. Anyway, long story short, LA Knight ended up right in the ring to make a save, and like everything was awesome for me by that point. Neither of us had quality notes, so we are really witness us at our best of our worst right now. I can't wait.
Yeah. Last episode went real well, real smooth here, and then I didn't realize, like, I think I went and wrote notes for Raw, this past Raw in full, thinking like, oh yeah, I gotta go back and finish my notes for SmackDown. I didn't finish them, and I never did it. So now you're getting into the real marijuana aspect of the Weed and Wrestling Podcast, where we're going step for get share.
It's not even late this time. Usually we're doing this at like 1 in the morning, but it's not even 11 yet, and this is just but altogether, I gave it a 7. I like the action and the talking back and forth. I love seeing LA Knight. And it was nice pulled together. And I hope to see more things like WrestleMania, since the road to WrestleMania is where we're really focusing. I hope that's like something like we're going to see there. Or we're going to pull it all together.
Yeah, they'll throw something together for him. I mean, it's Randy, you know.
They have to.
Yeah, he deserves it. But yeah, I'll go with a 7 as well. And
the next was Gauntlet match.
Yeah, and this was one that I was like, that it was right when I saw it that I was like, oh, I didn't go back and take notes because this Gauntlet match took over half an hour.
Yeah. Um, I wrote
And
the order of eliminations.
okay,
That's it.
yeah, yeah. Well, I will say, it's surprising. Like I was really just surprised at all by the fact that you have Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. They're Pure Fusion Collective. You have Natalya Neidhart and Maxine Dupree. You have Katana Chance and Caden Carter. You have the Secret Hervis. And they're going to give the WrestleMania tag team spot to brand new Lyra Valkyria and Bailey, who Lyra's the fucking Intercontinental Champ.
To the Hart family and Hart Dungeon with this win. Just like I was just like, so they're gonna play her like that? They
Yeah,
haven't. They haven't been utilizing her well. We stay away from going over that because that's a whole saga within itself. But the disrespect to the Hart name that they played with her, like they shouldn't even had her. They shouldn't even had her in this match. I mean, I love Bailey. I love that they're cute, blah blah blah. But they definitely are pushing them way too hard for having to me talented. I put together talented and some,
yeah. I mean,
and see.
I'm not knocking the pairing like in its own right, but I am knocking the fact that that you're gonna have these girls go through one gauntlet match and now they get tag team title shots.
It's too soon. Too soon.
But it felt very forced. Though the match itself was good.
It was cute.
You know, you can definitely prove that that Lyra Valkyria can go all fucking day.
Yeah, and one thing I've been noticing about her, she's getting more and more ripped. Like she's looking more toned. Definitely,
Yeah.
harvest her craft, and I like it. Yeah, you can tell, and that means a lot to me. But still too soon to push all that.
Yeah,
To me, and
all about them thin Irish fucks like Finn Balor. I got 0% body fat.
I
But
can't stand him.
yeah. Um, but so yeah, Lyra Valkyria and Bailey win that.
Yep.
Huzzah.
Hooray.
Um, yeah, but next we get some good shit. We get Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre's face-to-face promo.
I loved it.
Oh man, this is just banger. You got Drew's smiling like a madman, starting off with, "Are we starting to see clearly now?" His accent helps sell like
It's
his
everything. It's everything.
it sells everything.
He wouldn't be able to do or say half the things he says or does without that accent. Because just
Yeah,
ties in. Nice, pretty package.
yeah. Um, he and he goes on saying every action has been justified, including dropping his stupid ass. And then Damian says Wolverine has some good news, and Damian comes back and attacks. And then we get the Future Shock DDT up on the stairs, and the whole eye patch ribbon. It was just great chaos.
Definitely.
After that, I gave it an 8. I thought it was really good.
And the fact that they led up to announcing the street fight at WrestleMania was
Yeah,
really, there's a great way to do it. That's again, we've been looking for these things. We've been, we were saying they need this, they need that, and they're doing it. So I'm not gonna not say it when they actually do it.
yeah.
So I think that was a great segue into the announcement for the fight. And it's definitely something we needed as in between the matches and help pick everything up. And we always love to see Damian and Drew McIntyre clash. The
I
Big
I
Miz,
I would love for them to harken back to I don't know if you remember WrestleMania 12, Roddy Piper versus Goldust in a
Yes,
Hollywood street fight.
I do.
I was wondering, just given the fact that they crashed him through a car and everything, would they harken back to just doing something like that, just something outside of the arena?
You know something? Like we talked about before, there's a lot of like calls and like echoes of the Attitude Era that we've seen a lot more recently. So probably, you
Yeah,
know,
I thought I would think that'd be totally cool, and I mean, you got regardless if I mean, if it ends up inside or outside, you got Drew and Damian.
yeah,
They're two of the best guys on the roster. Period.
they're
Um,
having again them pairing them together was one of the best things they've done in a whole sea of fails as of recently. You know,
yeah,
it's just the story that they can tell with those two are amazing.
yeah,
And
and they
each,
both know how to sell. They both know how to move like a motherfucker.
yeah, just like the DDT that he dropped on him after they announced it. Like that's everything was just golden between them. I can't wait to see
Yeah,
them clap more.
yeah, absolutely. Um, from there we get super useless DIY, pretty deadly Motor City Machine Gun promo. It was really dumb. It went
Like they're
nowhere. Gave it a
like they're
0.
like they're fucking top teams.
Yeah, they really need to figure out something about these tag teams. Also they need to divide it up. It seems that like all the tag teams are over on SmackDown.
Yeah. I don't know who's doing these bookings and stuff like that, but they take a big like map out, maybe have color coordination and figure the fuck out because
Mhm.
somebody's messing up. Like
Yeah, and also it's in the fact too that you have luckily the Street Profits are the tag champions right now. Um, they totally deserve it. They're awesome. But
they're pretty
but
deadly though. I like them.
but
I like
but
the
but all three of those other groups right there. I mean, outside of Pretty Deadly, like DIY and Motor City Machine Guns, nobody gives a shit about them.
and like they're not impressive. Nothing about their storyline is captivating. They're just what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah. Oh, we betrayed him. We've known him for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years of not being on the main card.
Yeah, like you've been 20 years? Where? We didn't see you. We were here.
Yeah. Yep.
I
But
just
yeah, from there though, we get Ray Phoenix versus Berto. Um, this is his just banger debut here. He gets his entrance just like his brother's is metal as fuck.
yeah, I love
Uh,
it. I love it. I love it. And
yeah,
that is harking back to the Attitude Era where everything was
yeah,
rock. So.
yeah. The fact that and it does just their whole attitude is making them stand out so much more from Rey Mysterio.
I
Um,
love it. I like the luchadors having different personalities and letting that shine through.
yeah. Um, we get a sweet clothesline from Berto. Um, the whole match is just at a really good pace. Get a corkscrew drive from Berto, and then big missile drop kick comes after like about like boring 5 minutes of like beating from Berto, and then we get a flying headbutt, springboard, and then the springboard stomp to the outside. That was really good looking. Then he did a corkscrew drive to the outside, and then he does a move. I think they called it the Chicharito.
I don't remember what they called it. That sounded kind of like something I heard. I don't know.
Yeah. Um, then he does a great top rope springboard Hurricane Rana. Um, and great sit-out power bomb. There's kick out. Then he does this boot to moonsault. That was just really cool. And then does a move called the Goodbye Amigo. And that leads to this crazy roundhouse kick. And then we get the Mexican Muscle Buster finish. And Alberto gives Rey Fenix, some respect afterwards. I gave the match a 7, just because even though they had that boring 5 minutes of beating, the rest of the match was just really, really good.
I mean, they're definitely pulling all the technicalities that the luchadors are known for, which I love. That's what I shot through, and I gave it an 8. Actually, I loved it. It's definitely showing. It's like we don't see that stuff enough. I complain that we don't see it enough, so of course I'm gonna call that when I do see it. Yet again. So
yeah, for sure. Then we get Roxanne Perez promo there, which she did herself well until Tiffy came in, and Tiffany straight up don't give a fuck. And I didn't score it anything, because it was kind of whatever. And then we get Selena Vega versus Chelsea Green.
Horrible. I expected so much more from this. I cannot.
Well, funny thing is, so were they. Come to find out from Fightful Select that the count-out finish was not the planned finish. And Chelsea Green legit took too long on the outside of the ring, shouting at Michael Cole about something. If she hadn't have shouted at Michael Cole about something, she would have been in at the very last second. But the refs, they are told to keep it real because spots change on the fly, so they didn't know. And once they hit that 10 count, they gotta call it.
And shit like that is why I can't jump on the Chelsea Green train. Like, there's just so much that's unprofessional to me about her. And I'm just not down with her. She's a good wrestler. Kind of sloppy, has a lot to work on still. I'm killing says. But, yeah, I just can't jump on the Chelsea Green train. There's something about it just seems so unprofessional to me. Like, it's not refined. And people like, she's so good. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much more that she could be. And
she is. She's almost the polar opposite of Lyra. To where Chelsea Green can come out and do her promos and have this whole this whole skit thing coming up, but whereas you got Lyra out there just working every single week. Which I had looked back in my notes. I have not given Lyra any match less than a 7.
And you know something? That's why I was commenting on. You could tell she's putting in work. Her body literally is showing you she's putting in work. And that means so much more. Chelsea Green's out there joking, being cute. Please stop.
Yeah.
I really want to see you wrestle because I haven't seen enough of you wrestling at a skillful level to cheer you on like everybody else does. I don't care.
It's making the women's U.S. title not mean anything, to where Lyra is setting a standard of, to whoever ends up beating her, they better be good. Because Lyra is the shit.
And I could beat Chelsea Green with chair shot to the head. I mean,
but that's where my notes ended up stopping.
Well, you didn't get any on the Randy Orton, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga?
No. I'm pretty sure when I first watched it, I think I fell asleep through it, and I think that's when I stopped taking notes.
No, I actually have a little bit of notes on there. They're not really significant. Sorry, not really significant. I think this is the last.
I did go back and watch it. It was a really good match.
Yeah,
I mentally gave it a 7.5.
Yeah, I mentally gave it 7.5. I physically gave it 7.5. I also can speak English. I'm sorry. Uh, it was good. It was a great pairing, basically. But from my notes, Tonga ran up on Knight at the get go. I said at the jump. And then Sokoa and Tonga, they jumped on him together. Um, then Orton got tagged in, and he went for RKO, but he did not get the RKO. He got dropped by Simone drop. Um, yeah,
I remember Tama Tonga just doing really good in this match.
yeah. About to say they had the upper hand for a good amount. And then you had a break. Then after the break, Knight made the tag, and he was able to do the BFT.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then they won. They won. They won after that, but then Jacob Fatu got
That
involved.
Samoan werewolf came on out.
Yeah. And
Had to
he
take
took him
his
down
tickets.
anyway. And that's what I
Had to
ended
get his
the
tickets.
day. It was a good match, I didn't write significant notes on this, although I watched it like 3 times.
Yeah.
I wrote Tama Tonga making fun of Orton was fucking hilarious. I did write that, and I did write if Barrett says loins again, I have to say it on the
Oh
show.
yeah, that's right. And fucking what's his name encouraged him too.
He did, and I'm like, you know something? We cut out all the other loins, but these loins stay in this time.
Yeah.
And that's
which the fact that he encouraged him in saying loins, that's like the best thing that commentator has done.
ever.
Yeah, because my number one most hated thing right now in WWE is his reactions. When he goes, wow.
First of all,
Who reacts like
that? I was just about to say, who does that? That's nothing realistic about that. I do that when my daughter shows me the same thing 5 times. That's when I go, wow. That's not even. That's not. Doesn't sound shocked. It doesn't sound happy. It sounds like you're getting paid a lot of money. Do whatever fuck you want over there. Please, you want to pay
Yeah.
me? Do whatever fuck I want. Please.
Which I've been watching LFG, and they have their own commentators, and so does Evolve.
Mm-hmm.
And just seriously, I don't even know the names of those guys that are the commentators of both those shows, but I will take any one of them over that guy. He just
so much.
needs to go back to sports.
Yeah, they're so vibrant. Make you feel like you're actually there. Like they actually care about their job. They're so into it. They love it. It's not just like, wow, nice shoes, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they light up. But
yeah. But outside of that, loins, that's another episode.
yeah. And don't forget to smash that like, share, comment, subscribe. It's free. It's free. So subscribe.
Yeah.
It's us.
Yeah. Like and subscribe, especially to this episode. It's probably our shortest episode. But
Funny.
not a whole hell of a lot happened. That gauntlet match took up most of the fucking show.
And neither of us wrote notes that were significant. I kind of didn't. No, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna do better on the next one. Don't worry.
He's lying.
I wrote up notes for that one.
Bye everyone. See you next time.
Bye guys.